What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we have some Lions news to discuss, so let's get it started. What is up, everyone? I'm glad you guys clicked on the video. If you clicked on this video, you made a good decision, so you should definitely do that clap, I don't know, give yourself a pat on the back. Whatever you gotta do, congratulations, you made a good decision to click on these videos. Every time you click on a video with a dose of DN 2.0 thing in the corner, you made the right decision, most likely. So sometimes you maybe didn't, but this time you did, so that's a good thing. We're going to be going over some Lions news today, and I have a pretty exciting story. Now, hopefully you guys did enjoy my Daryl Bevell and Matthew Stafford video. If you have not checked it out, please go do it. That one took a while, and that's why uploads came out late today, but I think it was ultimately worth the wait. The first thing that I have, it's not necessarily news, but it's more a prediction, and Sports Illustrated put out this article, made a prediction about the Detroit Lions. Did I explain that right? So basically, someone that works for Bleacher Report, okay, he wrote an article, and he basically said, his name is Chris Rowling. He said that the Detroit Lions are his sleeper Super Bowl team. All right, now some of y'all think I'm crazy. Most of you think I'm crazy. And there's probably a lot of evidence to back up the fact that, yeah, I say some crazy stuff. More than me not saying crazy stuff. There's probably some really good evidence for that. But when I found this, I was like, oh yes, someone is on my side. And my guy, Chris Rowling, has us as his sleeper Super Bowl team. I thought that was just awesome. You don't see it a lot. You really don't. You don't see a lot of people go out there and say that bold stuff because they don't want to look dumb. You know, they don't want to look back, especially like these, you know, big media guys and be like, oh my gosh, I really said that. So this is pretty big for us, right? The Lions have 60-1 odds to win the Super Bowl this season, which is not good. Honestly, I thought it'd be worse. I'm not going to lie with you. But he said the Detroit Lions were within 4 points of beating Kansas City last season, which we definitely should have won that game. We were within a couple of yards of beating Kansas City. He said we lost in 6 games by a touchdown or less. Obviously, we lost Matthew Stafford. And he says he likes the smart additions we have made. Plus, Trey Flowers adds up to a sleeper Super Bowl team. Chris, I love you, man. That's a great prediction. That's a great thing to say. So Chris has us as our sleeper Super Bowl team. Now, do I really believe truly that the Lions could be a Super Bowl team? Yes. Do I believe that every year? Yes. Okay, probably mostly every year. I mean, as long as Stafford's here, I'm probably going to believe that every year. There's always that chance. I'm not saying I'm going to predict that, but I'm always going to say there's that chance. Now, my final predictions hasn't come out yet. We predicted 3 games, and we'll continue to do that as we get closer to the season. You know, we're just spacing them out. But I haven't made my final prediction yet. I don't think I'm going to predict the Super Bowl this year. I think that would be wild, but I always have it in the back of my mind that, hey, I think the Lions could get there. I think they could get there. Hey, and that's just how I've been doing stuff. So I just want to throw that out there. That's a great feel-good story to start it off. We have some other things. The first one is the Jared Davis. Now, this isn't really a story, but Jared Davis is working. You know, everybody's quarantined. Everybody's working at home. They're all doing their things at home. I'm at home right now. And Jared Davis is putting in work, right? He's got some workout equipment, and he's been putting in work. All right, I see you, Jared Davis. All right, I've been putting in work, too. Look at this. I don't know what I'm showing you here. Why'd I show you my hand? Yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with that. Jared Davis showed us a picture. This dude, lost 5% body fat. This dude's 9.8% body fat. This guy is huge. If I have a picture, I will show you on the screen. This guy has been grinding. We know Jared Davis had his 5th-year option decline. That's some dang motivation right there because he needs to pick it up, right? I mean, who knows what his future looks like? This guy is coming off his rookie deal. Who knows what his future looks like, you know, if he's not brought back by the Lions, right? So there's definitely a lot of question marks there, and he has been putting in the work this offseason. So shout out to you, JD. I see you working, man. Now, just because we don't see other players working, don't get the idea that they're not. I know other people are, but, I mean, man, this dude's just a monster. I thought this dude looked like a monster last year. Now he looks even bigger. This is he's turning into a bodybuilder. You might be too big to play football at some point, JD. You got to calm down. Shout out to actually Everything King. I think he sent me the picture of it. So, I think a couple other people did too, but I remember him sending it to me. A couple people on Instagram. I'm sorry if I'm not responding to your DMs on Instagram. Let me throw it out there. I've been really late to respond to a lot of those. I got a lot of them, but I got to catch up on them. So I apologize. My fault. I'll get to responding those. I do see you guys sending them. Don't think I'm just ignoring you if you haven't had me respond to it yet. So keep that in mind. Sam Martin and why he declined the Detroit Lions. Well, this is some news, and it's about Sam Martin. So as we know, Sam Martin was our punter last season. Pretty reliable punter for us. I think he had to deal with a couple of injuries recently, but other than that, I mean, he's a pretty darn reliable punter. He's pretty good as well, and all of a sudden this season he's not with Lions. And some people, that may be news to you right now that he's not going to be a Lion next season. Some of you guys may not know that. I know a lot of people didn't know that even after it happened. It's kind of something that went under the radar. But yes, Sam Martin is no longer here. He signed a deal with the Denver Broncos for 3 years, $7.05 million. So we don't have Sam Martin anymore. We have 2 punters competing for that starting role. So I think it's going to be Aaron Sipas, who is a punter from Australia. I think he's an Australian punter. And then there's also Jack Fox, who he's going to be competing with. Like, Aaron's got paid a lot more. He got a 3-year, $2.3 million deal. So I think he will win that starting job. But neither of those guys have, started punter in the NFL before. So that's what's really interesting about it. But no longer is Sam Martin here. And he said the reason that he is not here anymore is because of the offer / contract that he was offered by the Denver Broncos was more appealing. He's talked to Matt Prater. You guys know Matt Prater's from Denver. I'm sure some of you guys know that. Matt Prater was from Denver. He was their kicker. And he said that Matt Prater always would talk about how nice it was in Denver. And when he got an offer from Denver, he was very, very intrigued. And then he said, obviously, the contract was nice too. So we got a pretty big payday. I don't know if the Lions offered him less or not. I'm assuming they did. They probably didn't offer him that much money. But yes, he is no longer a Lion. And, I wish him less blood. Go do your thing, man. Go do your thing in Denver. He probably want to get some of that, Denver weather. Oh, the high, can't think of the word I'm looking for here. The high altitude. He's looking for the high altitude weather. I don't know. Hey, you do you though. Maybe the punts will go further. So congratulations, Sam Martin. But that's the reason he said he's no longer a Detroit Lion. So that's interesting. And then the final one really isn't a story, but something that Christian Jones said, and I loved it. I feel like what Christian Jones said here is something that's similar to something that I may have said before. And Christian Jones basically said, as everyone knows, we run a multiple defense, right? The Lions run a lot of different things. And he says there is a role for everyone who proves themselves. That's what Christian Jones had to say. Now, I was going to do a Christian Jones video. I was thinking about it maybe. I think that guy is very, very not talked about. I'm not saying he's good or he's underrated, but I am saying I just don't think he's talked about a lot, so maybe I'll have one at some point. But Christian Jones is one of our linebackers, and he's pretty versatile. The reason that Bob Quinn said he brought him in is because he's, one of those linebackers that can play both on the line and off the line, which you don't find all the time. This guy was actually a Chicago Bear before, and now he's a Detroit Lion. Some people didn't love that we gave him a contract. I've heard it's been, figured out, but he is still a Lion, and that's what he said. He said everybody's got to work, and earn their spots, but there's a role for everyone if you can prove yourself, because we play in a multiple defense, basically. So that's when, remember the offseason, I was like, hey, this guy could fit. We'd find a spot for him because we just find talent and we'll find a way to fit into this defense. And I think that's the best way to do it. I guess that brings up Jadeveon Clowney questions, which I don't think the Lions are going to sign him. Some people want me to talk about it. I don't know. You guys want me to do a full video on Clowney, maybe do a breakdown on him or something? I could. I don't think we'll go after him. I just think it's too much money for Bob Quinn, and then he has the extensions. I don't think he'll do it. He put a lot of money into Trey Flowers. I don't think he'll put a lot into Clowney. And Clowney's declining a lot of offers, so he might want like $100 million. So I'm just saying. Anyways, that's really all the news I have for today. Make sure you guys have a great day. Thank you for watching, and check out my Darrell Bevell versus Matthew Stafford video. I'm out.